have any water.
Oh, you have water too? Damn it. I'm going to get us.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the DMP Experience. This is our first ever episode. We're very thankful that you're watching and that we're all here today. I'm Anya. I'm your co-host.
I'm Jason. I'm the secretary.
He's also our co-host.
Oh.
We're here with the DMPA Officers. I am part of the DMPA Officers. I am the media director.
Jason I'm the secretary.
Jason's the secretary. And then we have our treasurer.
Angelica. Hi, I'm Gwen. I'm the president.
Hi, my
Madam
name
President.
is... oh, yeah, that's true, Madam President. My name is Ramsey, and I'm the vice president.
Thank you very much for coming today, guys. We want to start by just talking a little bit about what DMPA is, because this podcast is through DMPA. So as the first ever episode, I think it's really awesome that we have all of our officers here. So I'm going to go ahead and let Gwen and Ramsey take it away as our president and VP, and just to give us an overall rundown of what DMPA is.
Madam President?
Okay. Well, DMPA is really like an organization suited for DMP students. Just that way we get workshops, networking, building our portfolios, hanging out with each other and collaborating because we have all these films in our heads we want to make, and we just come together in this organization and try to make them.
Yeah, and it's also... We don't have, or do we have a mission? We might have a mission. But I think our mission, well, I'm pretty sure we do. I just can't remember it.
I think we're required to have one.
Yeah, I'm not remembering what the mission is. But I know for sure a priority of our association for the longest time has been just portfolio building. So every single thing that we do as an association or outside as independently, outside the classroom setting, whether it be DMP helping sponsor stuff or promoting our short films, it's more so just that we get our experience in creating short films, even running fun things like this podcast, and just getting people experience that once they graduate, they have something, in their own portfolio. So they have that experience, so it's easier for them to get a job, whether it be marketing or media or production, all those things in digital media production. So, but yeah, I would say that's more or less the gist of our association. At least what we strive for, and I think we've done a pretty good job so far. And we're pretty recent. We're like a year old, year and a half.
I think like 2.
Yeah,
We're
I think
2
about
years.
2.
Yeah, but we're getting things going, and it's working out pretty good.
Yeah, I think we're starting a lot of new projects, which is very exciting. Like, it's been hard because Gwen and Ramsey were by themselves for a while. Angelica, Jason, and I just got on the team in, September.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we've just been throwing ideas out, getting stuff rolling, and, I think it's turned out pretty good so far. We're getting this podcast on the way, so once things get more settled in and more consistent, I think it'll be good.
Yeah, we've done what we can with the time we've had.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
by next semester, we should be good. Get everyone involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we transitioning?
I think so.
Okay. So for the next segment, we wanted to talk about basically each of our top 3 favorite movies. Movies that might have inspired us to work in DMP or work towards film. So we'll start with our third picks first, and I'll start. So for my third, I think my third favorite movie is The Witch by Robert Eggers. It's my favorite horror movie. I saw it in theaters back in 2016 when it came out, and I just remember being very transfixed, specifically on the sound design. I think there's a sequence with a young boy walking through the woods, and you can hear everything, every step he takes, every, the wind, you can hear it. It seems very isolating, and that's one of the aspects that I really enjoyed about The Witch. If I were to ever make a horror movie, that's something that I would try to replicate.
That's kind of crazy because almost every project that I've seen you on, you always do sound.
Yeah.
You're always
That's true.
doing
That's
sound,
a
right?
go-to, yeah.
I guess that's something I focus a lot on. I guess audio. That is something that I focus on, and I do enjoy working on sound. The past few short films that I've worked on, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. I do not like horror movies. Do you guys like horror movies?
Yes.
No, I don't.
I love them.
I don't want to be scared.
Yeah, I'm like,
Well,
I'd rather be in
most of the
peace.
time I don't find them scary.
I mean,
honestly.
honestly, I'll be screaming, crying, and everything, but I still love them.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's valid too.
I
though.
couldn't do that. I'm like, if I have to close my eyes, I don't like it. Please. I'm gonna skip myself. Angelica, what's your third favorite movie?
I mean, it always varies because it honestly depends on my mood. But right now it's Pride and Prejudice by Joe Wright. And
so good.
I know. I
So
love the
good.
book as well. And
Nice.
I mean, I just love like really cutesy love stories and everything. So, yeah. Plus Mr. Darcy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
I'm pretty much the same way when it comes to like romance movies. That is like what I go for. And I hate that we are like picking our top 3 movies because literally today, because like when we settled our officers, we had all talked about our top 4 favorite movies. And today I literally went into the document and listed my 4th favorite movie because I had it missing for the longest time. And now that we're here talking about our 3rd favorite movie, I'm like deciding between like the 3rd and the 4th one because I'm like, what is my 3rd favorite movie?
You gotta pick one.
Yeah, this is hard. But the one that I had originally listed as my 3rd favorite movie, it's an animated movie called Quest for Camelot. I don't know.
You know what? I've heard so many good things about that one, but I have not seen it yet.
I have not either.
It's a good one. I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely like not a known one, like you know what I mean? Like it's not like
When was it
a
released?
popular one.
Was it a Disney one?
No.
No?
It's no.
Okay.
Don't believe it's a Disney one. I don't remember who made the movie, but if you guys, it's about the guy that's blind. He has a stick, and then there's like these 2 dragons that like one has a long neck, and then the other one's like they're stuck together. So there's like one dragon with a long head, and then the other one that's like a round chubby head. That's how I like remember the movie. So, yeah, I don't know. That one, it's like an amazing soundtrack. Like it's just great from where it like from beginning to end. It's just amazing, and that's why one part that I love about it so much, and just the way like it's animated. So the way that they carry on the cinematics of the film, it's very like pleasing to watch, and the story's great too.
What was the name of the movie?
Quest
I
for
know.
Camelot.
I need to write it down
Quest for-
too. I need to
Quest
watch
for
it.
I'm just trying to search it out right now. Quest for Camelot.
Yes.
Yes,
What
that
do the
one.
dragons look like?
The
Oh.
purple, right?
Yeah.
The purple.
Yeah.
Warner Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the older ones.
Okay.
Animation.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is that like just like a childhood favorite or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We had the DVD, and we had so many DVDs, but I feel like that's the one that was played a lot. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Oh man, this is hard. I'm able to pick like my top 3 favorite movies I've seen this year so far, but in terms of like my top 3 favorite movies of all time, no idea. It would change. Number 1 probably wouldn't, but it's gonna constantly change. Would you mind if I just give my top 3 of this year?
I guess if you really can't think of your favorite third overall.
I mean, I think I can, but then I'm gonna start overthinking. Then I'm gonna be
That's
like, that's not really third.
okay.
That's like second, or that's
it's
like
gonna
fourth.
change
Yeah.
like a week from now.
I know.
It's fine.
I'll give you my favorite third for now that I can think of. So there's this movie by Disney called Fox and the Hound.
That's a
When I
good
was
one.
little,
That's a good one.
I loved that movie. From the animation, it was so wholesome. It felt not vintage, but it felt old timey, but in a nice way, like the old style kind of Disney, where their animation was,
Top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
For
great.
real.
It was a really good movie. I liked it for its story, its animation, and it was just adorable. It was sad. It was kind of depressing actually for like a kids movie.
Loki, all
Yeah.
of their old like kids
Yeah,
movies
I
are
mean,
sad as
Bambi,
hell.
oh my God,
Oh,
really?
I love
Yeah.
Bambi.
Yeah.
They have a lot of heart. That's why.
Yeah,
They
I
did
agree.
have a lot.
Mhm.
You learn a lot from them. I think that movie is more so about friendship and not letting like personal stuff, take over where you forget that you both are friends at the end of the day. So it was great, and plus their voice actors are so adorable. Like when they're little fox and tiny puppy, they're adorable.
Oh yeah,
But
like
yeah.
those childlike voices.
Yeah, and it sounds like they have a cold. They're like,
Yeah.
it's like that. It's cute. I just remember it because it was one of my favorites as a child. So, but yeah, I would say for now that's like my third favorite.
Okay, for now.
Yeah, it's gonna change for sure, but
The,
Alright.
the animation for old Disney movies, as well as like old DreamWorks, I really wish that would come back. as
Right.
like 2D animation, because
Yeah.
Pixar kind of
Especially like the stories, because now they're like so, I don't know.
Yeah, they're all kind of
I
repetitive,
don't want to
especially
be
Disney.
controversial
Yeah.
here.
It's with the animation and the storylines. Like they're all looking a little
Yeah.
too the same. That's why we're like, oh, it's not a brand new thing. It's just, again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak anything negative about any studio, but the things that they are moving on to is making original movies live action now. Like they did that
Right.
with, they're doing that with
Everyone's
Mufasa.
doing
They're
that.
doing that with How to Train Your Dragon, which is pretty much the exact same thing, just live
Mhm.
action.
I don't
So it's
care about
interesting.
that one. That's going to be great.
Yeah, yeah. Have you seen the trailer
Yeah.
for it?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god, it's
It looks good.
insane.
I'm pushing all the
think
kids
it's
away
the-
when I'm like running into the theater.
I think it's the same creator for How to Train Your Dragon. I think the guy who
yes.
made the animated is
You're
doing
right.
the.
Loki, the guy who's playing the dad,
Mhm.
like it's the same
Is it
guy.
I was gonna say,
It's
it sounds
just
like the
they
voice
look
actor.
exactly the same. I was like, hold on, did they just draw this really, really good? Because like literally same character, same person. It blew my mind.
Right.
Is it my turn?
Uh,
Well,
Are you
unless
gonna
we're
do your
going to
third?
continue with like what Ramsey's saying was like how, like Disney's great. They've done like amazing movies. I love Disney. I'm a Disney kid.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I have Disney Plus for sure.
hmm.
Oh, yeah. But I guess I don't know if you want to talk more about like the live action movies or where were you trying to like get to?
I more so just brought it up because I know it's just something that's becoming a norm.
Mm.
One, making sequels, it's continuing the sequel stuff,
Yeah.
but making sequels or turning originals into live action movies, which I'm pretty indifferent on. I think some of them, especially the How to Train Your Dragon, like we talked about, it looks good. I think
Yeah.
it is going to be good, but it is going to be the exact same thing, just live action. So, and Toothless looks just how I imagined him to look in live action. He looks the exact same.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
he's real, and it feels like you could touch him.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting. I think, fortunately, with the technology we have, regardless of live action movies, they're gonna look good. I would say for the most part. So that's a benefit with advancing technology.
Yeah.
But yeah, whether you love them or hate them, it's still a norm, and I think it's gonna be a norm for a while. But there are still
think so.
studios out there that love to foster independent filmmaking. You got Neon, you have A24 that are still doing that. You have some studios that are taking shots on, not as well-known actors or not as well-known writers and directors. I mean, Ari Aster starred in A24, and look at him now. He's created three different movies. It was Hereditary, it was Midsummer, and what was his third one?
Beau is Afraid.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Beau's Afraid.
Yeah, I watched half of Midsummer. Out
Didn't
of
like
those
it?
three, that's it.
Why?
I literally was like, this is gonna get scary. I'm gonna stop watching it. I'm like, this is gonna freak me out. I'm gonna
Yeah,
stop.
it gets creepy.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah,
Understandable.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I knew what type of movie it was. Someone convinced me to watch it with them. I'm like, okay, this first half like isn't that bad, and then I was like, I'm anticipating something terrible, so I will save myself and stop. Yeah.
You're gonna give your third.
Your turn. Your
Okay.
turn.
My third is Lemonade Mouth.
Perfect answer.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've seen it so often, banger after banger, no skip songs. Like, it's so good. It's so good. Like, ragtag group of teens getting together and making music. And then they make it big. And I'm like, oh my God. And the whole time she's narrating to her dad in prison, I'm like, bro, you're
Oh,
kidding
yeah.
me. It's so good. Like, the whole album is saved in my Spotify.
The
It's so
whole
good.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's pretty
it
good.
is.
Her acting in that movie for like a Disney production, for a Disney Channel production, her acting, Bridget Mendler, was she was kind of cracked in that
That's
movie.
what I'm saying.
They would say their
Ah.
names and then do like, and you're watching Disney Channel. Or how does the
Yeah.
song go? Then they do
I
the
don't
little.
remember.
The Disney Channel song?
Yeah, and when they have the wand.
Like
they're
the
doing
jingle when they do that.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Sorry, that reminded me of that.
Well,
But
yeah, that's what Disney Channel
The
is
OG Disney.
for. Yeah. The OG Disney they have such great live action movies.
Great shows too. Oh my gosh,
Great
we could have
shows.
talked about that too, like Ann Farm, Good Luck
Oh, yeah.
Charlie.
Oh my
the
God,
OGs,
don't get me
OGs.
started.
Yeah.
Dang.
What was your guys' favorite TV show?
TV show.
Yes.
That's hard.
From
Those
Disney.
are- okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Okay.
to
That's
clarify.
still
not as hard. Not as hard. for me.
Oh no. Gosh, I don't even know. Like
I can't think of anything.
Hannah Montana,
Oh,
Wizards of
so
Waverly
good.
Place,
So
my
good.
God,
Yeah.
yeah, that
Oh,
one.
probably Wizards.
the
Wizards.
what's it called? The one with Zach and Cody.
Sweet
Sweet Life
Life
on
on
Deck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't pick one. I really can't.
I don't think I can either. That was a bad question. Let's ignore it, guys.
If you would have said movies, I would have been like High School Musical. That's it
Solid.
right there.
Solid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Any of you guys?
Second.
Movie
Yeah,
show.
I think we'll move on. Yeah.
Okay,
Get
okay.
your second
Let's
movie
go.
ready.
All right.
Okay.
So
Okay, cool.
for my second favorite movie, I think it's someone's number one. I think it's Angelica's number one, but it's La La Land. Which I think that movie. I
We
know.
just spoiled her number one.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think a lot of people talk about La La Land for good reason. I mean, it's an amazing movie. I think the cinematography, the editing, the music, the score, the performances, I think everything in that movie, that's the one movie that I would use an example of like filmmaking as an art, as this giant collaboration of all of these other art forms, because there's so much in that movie. It just in every scene you have choreography, you have dancing, you have outfits, hair and makeup. I think that movie is for good
Isn't it
reason.
like
Tier.
how
It's
they
top
use like
tier.
the colors and everything?
Oh,
Yeah,
So, like,
the
oh my
color
God.
theory in that movie is insane.
It's just masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truly.
I have almost all the songs on my Spotify as well.
What I'm saying.
Plus, I'm a fan of musicals like Wicked. Oh my god!
Wait, have you guys seen Wicked?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
have not seen it yet.
No.
I even read the
But-
book.
You read the book?
Yeah, I
The
mean,
whole thing?
Yeah.
Dang. That's
Oh,
commitment.
sorry.
That's commitment.
That's
Right.
dedication right there.
Wait, is it a book like on the original musical, or is
No,
it
it's
specifically on
just,
this
um,
movie?
Tell her the lore, Angelica.
I'm
Okay.
like, oh my god. So the writer just like wanted to come up with a story for the witches from the Wizard of Oz,
It's
but
a
like
fan
from the book,
fiction.
like the
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So like he wrote it and everything, and then they based the musical on that book, and then
Mhm.
now the movie.
Got it.
Hmm.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Going into Wicked, I didn't know anything. I haven't seen any of the Wizard. I didn't see the Wizard of Oz. I haven't seen any of it. So I was a tiny bit confused. I was thrown off. I was thrown off a little bit as to like why the wizard didn't have any powers. I was like, so how did he get to this spot in the first place where he's seen as almost a god in Oz, and Oz is named after him?
Yeah.
So how did that happen? And I was told that there's a movie about that.
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't seen any of
There's-
them though. So I went into Wicked not knowing anything.
That's very brave of you.
It was still good though. I enjoyed it. I think,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I was gonna say the third best movie I've seen this year was Wicked. It was really, really good.
Fire.
Yeah.
I'm
So.
looking at you, Ruben. I'm looking at you, Ruben. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's a official hater for me.
didn't
Yeah,
like it?
you guys shouldn't have heard him last week when we were doing
I
a
saw
demo.
his story on Instagram, and I was like, I'm not even gonna say anything about that. 'Cause
Wait, Ruben, you didn't like the movie?
He just doesn't.
What?
know
Wait
musicals.
wait a
He
minute,
doesn't want to
wait a
watch
minute, wait a
it.
minute.
He doesn't want to watch it because it's a musical.
But you gave Gladiator a 9.7? I mean, I liked it too. I liked it too, but I wouldn't have rated it that high. I think the first one was way better. I know Ruben's
You
not
know,
part of the
I-
podcast, but I needed.
No, it's okay. No,
Well, he
it
is. He's
has
part
to
of the
be
crew.
addressed.
He's
It
helping
has
out in
to
the
be
background,
addressed.
but yeah.
Yeah.
You can see him, but he's there.
I think we should all
Throwing
have
shade
like
with
a
his opinions
musical
behind.
night and just make Ruben sit down and go
Oh my
while I
God,
watch
yeah.
all of them.
But I don't understand why so many people are so distasteful towards musicals, especially because almost every generation has grown up with like Disney.
Yeah,
And
like,
those are musicals.
like growing up with like High School Musical. I'm like, how could you not?
Even
And
like,
now
even
there's
like
like
the
a
Little
raised in
Mermaid,
our
the Little Mermaid,
souls.
Mulan,
No,
like those are all
everybody used to like
musical,
those songs.
or they have music.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
We need to move on from Ruben because he's gonna get me too heated. Like,
Well, I think
too
it's funny
much.
that my second movie is a musical.
Yeah,
it's,
that's what mine is.
It's an older movie, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I don't know
Oh
if you
my
guys
gosh,
seen
I have
that
not
one.
seen it.
That one also like it's like my childhood movie. I grew up with it. It's close to my heart, and it's
Okay.
just like I can watch it anytime. You know what I mean? It's great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. My second is Mamma Mia.
Another
Hey,
musical, yes.
Yeah, I recently moved
Number two
it
is
down.
This is a
Yeah,
musical section.
it's been
Sorry,
number one my
Ruben.
whole life, but I moved Mamma Mia down because my top movie I saw it recently and it's Like, it's my new number one. But Mamma Mia, also a childhood movie. I grew up watching it. I have 2 brothers. I made them watch it with me every single time. And when we were in the car for
That's
like
only
road
right,
trips,
yes.
yeah, I'm like, you guys have to sit through this. Sorry. Yeah, I know every line. I know every song. I'm an ABBA fan. What can I say?
Yeah, if you watch
Anyways.
Mamma Mia, you have to be an ABBA fan. I mean,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
music's just amazing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Mhm.
What did you say your second, Angelica?
No, I
don't think you
didn't.
did, yeah.
Because, mine it's Past Lives. I don't know if you've seen it.
Ooh.
I've been meaning to watch it. Yeah, it's bilingual, like Korean and
Yes.
English, but that's so good. I even got a tattoo for that.
Ooh.
No way.
Yeah, I did. It's this one. It's like Indian. Like if you watch the
That's so
movie,
cute.
it's like such a deeper meaning in there. But oh my god, I just love that. Yeah, and I love the like the screenplay, and it was even like nominated for the Oscars and
It
everything.
was,
Mhm.
yeah, I think so.
But yeah, it's so good. I cried and everything. But yeah,
Okay.
but
I'll have to
also
go
like
watch that
kind of
one.
like love story, but not really. It's like oh, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, I'm like, I've heard such good things about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch it. Ramsey? Your second favorite today, right now.
Today.
I'm just going to pick my top favorite 2 last year because I think they somewhat hold true for now. It's probably going to change. Not number 1, but number 2 is probably going to change. But my second favorite movie that I've seen more so recently, but I would say for now is my second favorite is Godzilla -1. I saw that last year, and I was pretty apprehensive about going to see it because it was in Japanese, and I was not a fan of subtitles.
Hater.
I don't
Hater.
like. At the time, I thought I disliked the fact that I had to read stuff because it would take my eyes off of
The
what I
screen.
need to be looking. Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I watched too
You
much
gotta
anime
read
in my life
faster.
that I just multitask
Well-
that fast.
well, the
I'm
thing-
like, I see everything and read everything at the same time. Like,
Well, some people are able to enjoy it, but whenever I saw it, I immediately changed my mind. I was able to read it,
Good.
still pay attention just
Mhm.
fine. It was just like a personal bias that I had against captions for films. But when
Yeah.
which is ironic because I took a class that was cinematic auteurs, and our auteur that we focused on was Pedro Almodovar.
Oh yeah.
And
Interesting.
all of his
Yeah.
films,
Spanish,
there's a bunch of
Spanish.
captions. Yeah. So what the heck was I thinking at the time? But I enjoyed it. The story was incredible. I mean, whenever I compare it to other MonsterVerse films that I've seen, from the first Godzilla movie that came out in 2014 to the most recent one, where it was Godzilla x Kong, greatest story of a monster movie I've ever seen. Like, you actually care a lot about the humans, and you want the humans to succeed. I think I got emotional like twice in that movie. Also, whenever I watch movies, I get very, very emotional. My most vulnerable is at the theater. That's
I
why
believe you. I
yeah.
believe you.
Yeah, so, but yeah, it was a great movie, great story. The music was fantastic as well. I know last year was pretty competitive with some other films like Oppenheimer with the score, but I'm happy they won an Oscar. I think it's the first time where the director who came up with Godzilla, who originated with Godzilla, won his first Oscar for a Godzilla movie.
They were all so
So,
happy. I was
yeah,
like,
they had the little
looking at all
Godzilla
them cheering. I'm like,
statue.
yay, you
Yeah.
I feel
guys.
like that would be us, like
It was very
but
wholesome.
like
It was
just
great.
like nerds trying to be like
Yeah.
cool. I don't know.
Yeah, stay tuned. We're going to be doing a podcast episode actually about the Oscars. So
Yeah.
Sometime
just to
soon
throw it
during
out
Oscar
there.
season. Yeah,
Exactly.
It's coming
Which
up.
is, I have it on my reminders.
I think it's supposed to be. Was it
It's
March?
November. It's March. Oh, I have it right here. It's March 2nd.
Oh,
March
perfect.
March
Okay.
2nd.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be doing
Stay
a podcast
tuned.
episode about it, our predictions, stuff like that. I just want to throw that out there to
Yeah.
entice people.
I'm gonna have to make a chart and everything. Watch some of the freaking movies and then.
Yeah, I also need to do that.
Yeah.
Whenever they actually nominate all the films, I'm like, okay, what have I not seen?
Yeah,
yet? I
right.
need to make sure I'm
Like I
actually
probably haven't
fair.
seen half of them, honestly.
Yeah, because last year I didn't see Past Lives, and it was also nominated. I also didn't see Poor Things on time either, and that was nominated
Oh, I
and
didn't
won
see
a
that
bunch of
one.
stuff. So I was so mad at
apparently
myself.
Poor Things was really good.
I mean, I get why some people didn't like it, like Ruben. But
You didn't like that movie either, Ruben?
He's
What
just
the
like
heck?
a
doesn't like
hater of
anything.
movies at all.
Oh, Ruben's saying that he hated it, by the way. He absolutely hated it. Ruben's one of our camera
But-
guys, by the way.
But I liked it. Like, it's different, but I liked it.
Yeah, you know what? I started watching it at like a bad time where I was like, oh, I gotta go. I have to stop it. And then
Oh,
I never
okay.
like continued watching it.
Oh yeah.
So like I need to continue watching it.
I really want to watch it because I love Emma Stone.
Right?
So I'm like, I need to watch anything that she's in,
Yeah.
and I just haven't watched that movie yet.
You know what I've been wanting to do? I want to like get my favorite actors and just watch their whole like filmography. Like
That's what I'm
I'm
doing right now with,
'cause I
with
love
directors.
them.
Yeah, I'm doing
Really?
the same thing with directors. Yeah.
I'm doing well, kind of same. I'm doing that with all the Ghibli films, like all the Miyazaki
Mhm,
films.
mhm.
I'm watching all of them, and that's all I do when I have nothing to do, which hasn't been a lot of time lately. But
for
now
most
I've
of
been
us,
freeing
yeah.
up. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to our number one.
Okay, so for the number ones, my number one is Jurassic Park. This is the movie that I mean, if they had technology that could project like memories, I could probably project the entirety of the first movie.
By
Just,
Just like
memory.
perfect.
By memory.
That's how many times I used to have like the
Every
portable.
camera angle.
Yeah, like I used to have like the portable DVD players that I would take on vacations, and I had like
Where it,
the
like flip it up.
yeah, and I had like the box. I had like multiple box collections of Jurassic Park, and I had one that was like the gates, and it would like open down the middle. And I would watch like the behind the scenes, like 5 years old, 6 years old, watching like behind the scenes of like featurettes, and they had like a really cool claymation of like the kitchen sequence.
That's insane.
Everything about that movie I think is perfect. The 1990s and making dinosaurs look that good for like the first
Yeah,
time.
That's a feat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a solid one.
Also soundtrack is
Also
legendary.
soundtrack.
You're always in a
Let's
great
harmonize,
rendition.
guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone want to go or should I go?
You can go.
Yeah, you can go.
You go.
Okay, my number one is from Up on Poppy Hill. It's a Ghibli movie. I watched it recently. It's that like teenage romance that's not really focusing on the romance, but it's like it's so hard to describe Ghibli films, but like it's so good. Like it's one of his simpler ones. So like it's not like I don't know if you guys have seen The Boy and the Heron. That one was crazy. But like it's not kind of crazy like that to follow. It's a very like good like plot line. And just like those two characters had so much chemistry, and the whole movie it's like them not getting together. So I'm like, I hate you guys and the tension is killing me, but I'm like, it's so good. Also the soundtrack, okay, fun fact. I discovered the songs from the movie on Spotify like 2 years before I watched the movie. And I watched the movie and I was like, I know this song. I know this song.
We'll believe that.
Sorry, I know my bad, guys.
Getting a little too passionate.
It's my number one movie.
We'll
okay?
cut that out in post.
Just
Probably not.
I'll restart that sentence. What sentence
my
was
It was
it?
my favorite movie. It's my favorite
The
movie.
sentence that started with the.
It's the best movie.
You know this song.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
So I knew the song in the movie, and then I had to look it up on Spotify, and I played it, and I was like, "Yep, it's the same song. It's the same song." So I was like, I just fell in love with the movie even more, and now it's my number one, and I don't think it's going anywhere for a very long time. But yeah,
That's valid. I think
Right?
there's been a lot of movies I've seen where I only know their soundtrack and I haven't seen the movie yet. Like, I'm gonna go on a very, very quick rant because I'm still annoyed by this. But Interstellar, I've listened to the soundtrack for years and I love the soundtrack. Have never seen the movie though, and I've waited for months because I heard IMAX was gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
Oh,
re-releasing this movie
and they
in
didn't.
IMAX, and then the one IMAX theater that we have here is not even showing it. So. I actually
They're still
thought,
doing a screening though. At
well,
but it's not
according to
IMAX.
FitFam,
yeah, FitFam wants to do their own screening with Flicks and Brewhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna try to get tickets for that. I'm gonna try to put in the comments. Like
You
I've never seen it. I
should.
would like to prioritize myself to get a ticket because I've never seen the movie.
Yeah.
But I actually did plan once FitFam posted that our IMAX theater was not gonna show it. I was like, okay, what is the nearest IMAX theater other than the one
like
here?
Albuquerque.
Yeah, there's the one in Albuquerque.
Really?
Yeah.
There's one in
Really?
Juarez.
There
In
is one in
Juarez?
Juarez?
Yeah, there's one.
Go to Juarez for the weekend.
Ain't no way. I did not see it on IMAX.
Ramsey's like, I looked
Yeah,
everywhere.
look, I was even
But yeah,
planning on
there's
going
one.
to.
I watch Wicked on IMAX. Yeah.
In Juarez, yeah,
Yeah.
period.
But yeah, there's one.
I don't have a passport though.
You don't need a passport.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
when you
from
live in
here.
Paso, you don't need a passport.
You just gotta show like
I
an
don't know.
ID
Yeah.
or
I've
something.
It's
I've been to
okay.
Juarez.
It's okay. I don't go that often either, but
I live there. So.
I did not know that.
She's got you, man. Go with her.
Well, now I need to check to see if that theater is showing it in IMAX, because some other IMAX theaters are also not showing it. The Albuquerque one for sure is showing it in IMAX. So I thought about making a trip
Road trip.
to Albuquerque.
4
It's
hours.
it's about 3 hours and 50 minutes. But I was like,
yeah.
oh, why not? I've never seen it in IMAX, and it's supposedly one of the best movies
It's
in Christopher Nolan's
amazing.
filmography, but just objectively one of the best movies ever released, contemporary time.
Honestly, I had to watch it like 3 times to like actually like get what was going on.
You know what? I have one of Nolan's films had me like that. Tenet. That one I watched 3 times. I watched YouTube
Yeah.
videos on it, like YouTube explained.
Didn't
I'm like,
understand
what
it
the
still?
heck
I
is
mean, he
Tenet?
just messes
It
up
took me
with
a
time.
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
Like, I feel you. It's just, Nolan just wants to confuse all of us all the time. Makes me mad.
He's great at it, though.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what he's known for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose number 1 were we on?
Go ahead, Ramsey. What's
we
your
were on
number
this
one?
side. Well, I just talked a lot, though. Anybody
Okay,
else?
I'm happy
Let's
to
have
go.
this. Yeah.
I mean,
Go.
mine was La La Land,
Oh, yeah.
but it was spoiled.
Sorry. My
I'm
bad.
kidding. Well, I'll just say another movie that's like also like on my.
No,
top.
you don't
No,
have
yeah,
to.
go
Just
for it.
talk about
Give
why
your
you more
explanation.
wine.
I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. I mean, Ryan Gosling.
Oh my
God. Ken.
I think we're on the same vibe right now.
I know.
I mean, yeah, I'm there for Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, plus it's so crazy that Damien Chazelle, like the director,
Mhm.
he already had the idea for the longest time, and once he wanted to make it, like nobody will give him like enough money, so he was like, oh, I'll just make Whiplash, which is also like another great movie because it was like lower budget, and then that movie got like a lot of like prizes and everything, like Oscars and all that kind of stuff. So then they gave him like a lot larger budget for La La Land.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a great movie.
Yeah,
Supposedly, I also
amazing
like I
movie.
said, I haven't seen La La Land. I also have
That
not
one I will
seen
not
Whiplash
forgive you
either.
for.
Jeez.
I
I
thought you
know.
did watch it.
I lied. I watched a short film. I did not watch the
Oh
full.
my god.
Like, that was a class requirement.
Wait,
the short
for
film.
for Damien
mean-
Chazelle, have you seen Babylon?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
It
I
was
don't.
great.
I don't get why so many
People hated
hate
it.
I think they hate it because it's about like Hollywood and
Yeah.
like why they're so like.
Like, they couldn't relate to it. I
Yeah.
haven't seen
I think it's also because they gave him a very, very big budget, and he's used to smaller budgets. So when they gave him such a big budget, and he didn't make up the money for it, then that's when they were like, okay, now you're in like, from what I've heard on YouTubers, they call it like cinema prison, or like movie or film prison. Whenever they put like a director on like, what is it called, like a probation, where they like, you may not make another movie again, or we will give you a little bit of money to make a movie. So, but that's what he said. He said he's going to make another movie, but it's going to be a much smaller budget. So,
it. Period.
That's unfortunate.
mm,
Well, smaller.
Gwen,
Yeah.
your number 1?
that happens.
My number 1 is 10 Things I Hate About You. That one is
Still
just
there,
like
but-
those. Yes, it's just one of those like romantic comedies that are kind of cheesy, like young love stories. But like one thing that I love about it too, and that not too many people know, is that it's from a Shakespeare play called Taming of the Shrew. And so yeah, like I just love how they like adapt from the script and like made it into this, at the time, contemporary like film that we can sort of relate to. And yeah, because like I've tried to read Shakespeare's plays or anything
Oh,
he's
yeah.
written, and I can't. I
It's
can't
rough.
understand
Yeah.
it.
I tried to read like Romeo and Juliet. Oh my god, I can't.
And it's just the vocabulary. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's the
Yeah,
vocabulary.
especially because like English is not my first language, so I'm like,
it's even harder.
my brain's
yeah.
not braining right now.
Yeah, but like the stories are so good. So like 10 Things I Hate About You, like the story is like still there, and I just love the way it's made so much. Because like another one that is made from Shakespeare is the recent one, Anyone But You. Have you guys seen that one?
Anyone but you.
I've heard
Yeah,
of it
Anyone
before.
But You. Yeah, that one
The-
also comes from a Shakespeare play.
The Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell?
Yeah.
Actually,
Really?
Yeah. I hope
Oh.
I'm right.
I hope I'm right.
Jason and I
That's
just
crazy.
lost
and then
it.
on post like she's lying.
I hope
We
not.
shall see about that.
All right.
All right. I think that's a very good
Yeah.
for like number 1 movie. That's always a solid one.
Valid
Yeah, plus
choice.
it's a classic.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Ramsey, your number 1.
All right, my final first movie. This one is probably not going to change, but it was Oppenheimer. It's right here. So the reason why I say this movie is because I saw it for the first time in IMAX like the day after it came out, and it was the best IMAX experience I've ever had. I had the best seat, the entire auditorium.
I had the best seat.
The best seat. The best seat is straight in the middle.
Yeah.
But I had the best seat. I was in an audience, full auditorium, packed. I was also sitting next to two physicists, which made the experience even cooler.
Oh.
Because they were talking about, I wasn't nosier, and I was also too anxious to talk to them and stuff like that. But I overheard them talking about the movie. But the movie itself is really great. It's about physics. It's about the creation of the atomic bomb. It's all of that. The score, soundtrack, amazing, great theater experience. I rewatched it, and I've only ever seen it in IMAX. And I saw this movie 7 times in total, and it's only ever been in IMAX.
Period.
But yeah, that's what I would say is my favorite movie.
I did that with Dune Part 2. I saw it 5 times in the theaters.
That's valid.
Honestly, I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
It's so good.
I
It's
know.
so
I
good.
Very good,
really
yeah.
want to, and I wanted to go to.
Ruben
the
has
theater.
died over here.
Especially because I really like the first one, and everyone's saying like the second one's like.
Yeah.
The second
yeah.
one is epic.
If you like
Yeah.
the first one, the second one is better.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
Sometimes
We all have movies
Yeah.
we need to watch.
I know.
Yeah,
for
well,
sure.
I
plenty
mean,
of-
oh my god,
plenty
I
of
have
movies we
like
need
the
to watch.
longest list, and I'm
Of
always
movies we need-
adding
yeah.
and adding more movies. But-
All right. Well, I think that concludes our very first episode of the DMPA Experience. We'll thank our officers for joining us.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
guys.
Thank you for
guys
having
for having
us.
us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Until next time.
Stay tuned.